Good morning everyone, and welcome to day 4 here of the Ho'okipa Kite Surf Pro 2012. Thanks everyone for tuning in this morning. As you can see here, a little bit of a change in the weather today. We've got some high clouds rolling in here over the north shore of Maui, but still some great waves on offer out here. However, glassy conditions at the moment. Doesn't look like a whole lot of wind today, Ben.
Yeah, yesterday, actually in the afternoon, there was a little bit of a pickup in the breeze, enough to kind of get out and get your feet wet out there with a kite. For sure, the surf has been pumping since you've joined us here on the live stream. However, yesterday, even though the wind did pick up a little bit, it looks like it was switching to more of an east-southeast pattern, which here in the island of Maui would be considered more of a Kona wind direction. And though it kind of dropped off overnight, it looks as if that direction has kind of stayed with us, that flow overnight, and should actually pick up relatively strong, but wind from the wrong direction to be able to run the contest here at Ho'okipa.
Yeah, exactly. Kona winds are kiteable, as has been mentioned, but you know, it's typically on the next breakdown, which is lanes, and with the sort of smaller swell we have today, it's probably not going to be very good, and definitely not the classic Kona wind conditions that everyone kind of waits for. Those days are really rare when they actually happen. Today doesn't look like it's going to be quite one of those classic days, so looks like another lay day for today here on day 4.
Yeah, it should be great for surf. Again, a Kona wind is sort of a side, or pretty offshore, but a little bit of a side offshore here at Ho'okipa, and lanes, as Sky, as you just said. But as soon as that wind kind of picks up, it'll actually hold that wave face up here for everyone surfing out behind us. So everyone's going to be pretty stoked about a little bit of a light Kona wind coming to hold up and wall up those waves a little bit. But again, not good enough in order to run the contest for the day. Wrong wind direction. Again, we'll stick to what our forecast models are saying, and that this should stick around for the next day or so, and then more than likely switch to a more traditional trade pattern early next week.
Yeah, I was talking to our contest director and head judge this morning, and we just checked in about the weather a little bit, and you know, it looks like today, obviously, that little bit of Kona breeze, and tomorrow looks like that's probably going to stick around for another day, and then early into next week looks like things are starting to turn around, and hopefully we'll be able to get this thing underway. Looks like still Wednesday, Thursday, and kind of pushing towards the end of the waiting period here for our 10-day window. And also looking at the swell maps, again, as we said the last couple of days, looks like that's going to kind of stick around. It looks like it's dropped off a little bit from the last few days today, but again, kind of some reinforcements coming in from relatively the same direction, kind of keeping that 12-13 second period, that 2 to 2.5 meter swell coming in, which will definitely put out some overhead sets coming in pretty much for the remainder of the holding period. So yeah, something that we're looking forward to as soon as that trade wind pattern kicks in to be able to get this contest underway. Yeah, absolutely. But in the meantime, you know, all of the competitors have been out here surfing at Ho'okipa and some of the nearby breaks, and just, you know, getting acclimated to the power of the waves here in Hawaii. A lot of competitors are here for the first time, and you know, I think everyone's really been enjoying it, really soaking up the Hawaiian culture and checking out some of the spots, touring around the islands. It's such a beautiful place. You know, there's waterfalls, there's beautiful hikes to go on. But I think most people obviously have been focused around the surf here. But yeah, just an absolutely gorgeous place, beautiful place to come and visit. If you've never been to Maui, come check it out. It's an absolutely incredible place.
Yeah, and as we sit here at Hokipa State Park, we're actually kind of in the shadow of Haleakala, a dormant volcano here on the island, which dominates the skyline as you fly in, or pretty much are anywhere on the island. Haleakala is always looming overhead, a beautiful thing to come see, especially for sunrise or sunset. Such an amazing place. And again, Sky, we were talking a little bit earlier. Everywhere we go, we kind of we really try to learn a little bit more about the culture where we find ourselves immersed. A few of the other spots that we've been to, whether it be riders or you know, people in the local community historically coming and sort of giving presentations, or as we saw the other morning with a traditional Hawaiian blessing, we really try hard to immerse ourselves a bit into the local culture here. And of course, Hawaii in general is so rich in its culture and has probably maintained its culture back to its roots better than almost any other culture on Earth. So it's so great to be able to come here and be able to experience it. The riders who've never been here before, again, if you've never been here before, it's definitely worth checking out. And the amount of things that you learn from historically what's gone on here in the islands and the people that make up the islands here in Hawaii is so fascinating. And as you said, our riders were able to kind of go around and check out some of that as we have these lay days. One of the cooler aspects, I think, of the Hawaiian culture, and probably the most iconic, is hula dancing. And I know that's a traditional, in every movie played or music or anything like that, hula dancing is for sure something that comes to the forefront of your mind when you're talking about Hawaii.
When you think about Hawaii, yeah, for sure. So let's check out a little bit of what Hawaii has to offer, and we will be back here with you shortly.
A'aheo I ono e ho'oki pāpaka Kahiaga lehu e kipa ho'ona nea Na nea mai ho'i kau A'aheo I ono e ho'oki pāpaka Kahiaga lehu e kipa ho'ona nea Na nea mai ho'i kau
Hula is a traditional form of dancing for the Hawaiian people. It originated pre-contact, and so it's something that is very, very important to the Hawaiian people. It is their culture. The Hawaiian songs really talk a lot about the elements. So wind, rain, and things like that are important parts of the dances, yes. About 20-30 years ago, the Hawaiian language was in danger of being extinct. And so we tried starting this type of education, the immersion program, to revitalize the Hawaiian language. Through my knowledge of learning dances, I brought that into my curriculum in my classroom. And so I used hula to teach the history of Hawaii to my students. Because hula is all about, it's not just dancing, it's about telling a story about the history, about our monarchs, about our chiefs, about the various places in Hawaii. Because when the missionaries came to Hawaii in 1820, they started teaching their teachings, and they didn't want people to be dancing hula. So the Hawaiian people that live here, they really want to protect this culture, protect their culture. And so doing the hula, practicing the hula is a way to share their culture with others and to protect the knowledge of it as well with them.
I have our Cape Verdean crew with me here this morning, Ayrton Cozzolino and Machu Lopez Almeida. Well, what do you really want to be called, Machu?
Oh, welcome to the Hawaii Hokipa place beach. nice place, nice conditions. It's pretty nice.
Okay, that's what you want to be called. Fine. No, but great to see you guys here all the way from Cape Verde. It's not really the closest place, but I think you're enjoying Hawaii quite a bit, huh? I heard you're gonna move here for the next 3 months or something?
Yeah. I'm very happy to do that because I'm staying with local here for training a little bit, for practicing my English too. Yeah, it'll be fun.
Sounds good, and actually I think your English has already improved quite a bit, so really nice. I think it's going to be great for you to be here, and hopefully we see a lot of you around, since we will be sticking around a bit too. And Machu, are you going to stick around too, or what are your plans for this winter?
I will stay here at 10 December, and after I go Italy to gather my friends, my bag, and after I go home. It's a 6 months I don't go home, and I miss it too much. I miss it.
6 months away from home is a long time.
Oh yeah.
Ayrton, you don't seem to miss it as much compared to home.
Same for me.
you do miss it?
All the time on the trip, around the world. New Caledonia, Mauritius, Asia. But you do seem to enjoy Maui quite a bit, and it is becoming your home for the next few months. So compared to Cape Verde, compared to Sal, what do you think about Maui? What do you think about the waves here, the conditions, the kiteboarding and surfing conditions compared to home? Here in Maui there is more local guys, you know. The waves is great here, it's really big, but not that perfect what I have in my place, you know. Because Punta Preta is not too big, but it's perfect, you know. I don't compare with Jaws, because Jaws is it's crazy. Like, I don't know, I'm like to stay here 3 months, to stay with Sky, with locals here, to surf a little bit, for my experience too. Yeah, I'm like it, yeah. Nice.
And that's actually really interesting, hearing, Machu, that the conditions you guys have at home are probably even better than here, yet Ayrton is saying it's going to be good for him to be here, being able to ride with all the locals, and I think, you know, it's going to probably help his riding to have other people around to train with. Are you going to miss that when you're back on Cabo Verde? Are you going to miss Ayrton? And how do you think you can prepare for next year's season with the great conditions you have at home?
I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna miss it, Ayrton. But it's okay.
But you still think you can prepare for next season without him being there and just training on your own, more or less, or well with your friends there?
Yeah, I will training over there, and the place is like here, sand, very nice waves, and like a paradise, you know. And I gonna miss it here, but my home is it's, for me it's big. It's we don't have the same.
Yeah.
And I'm so happy for that.
I guess it's difficult when you come from a paradise and you go to a paradise like this. You will always miss both, but of course your heart is always at home. So you have fun in Cape Verde this winter, and you have fun here in the paradise of Maui this winter, and we'll see who's prepared for next season better when we see you again next year. But for now, all the best for the competition here, the Hokipa Kitesurf Pro. And well, I hope both of you win. Hello to everyone on Cape Verde. And back to the commentary booth.
just joining us, this is the morning show, day 4 here of the Ho'okipa Kite Surf Pro 2012 Maui. We're here at beautiful Ho'okipa Beach Park, and we just heard from the Cape Verdean brothers there. They're hanging out, enjoying Hawaii and having some fun surfs, and sounds like they're having a pretty good time here on the islands.
Yeah, definitely both of them no strangers to big waves out here. I think it would be hard-pressed to find any wave that these two guys would be intimidated of. But yeah, as we know, Ayrton in the running for defending his world championship here, coming down to the final event of the tour at Ho'okipa. Looking forward to getting out there. I'm sure, as we've seen in some of the other events we've been at, Sky, that we've had a few lay days in the beginning beforehand.
Yeah.
You know, it's okay the first couple of days in order to kind of get the lay of the land and used to everything, but you know, there comes a time when you get a little bit antsy and want to get out there and get this thing underway. So I know that both of those guys, both Ayrton and Machu, are ready to get out there and get this thing underway.
And the more time goes on, you know, when you have these consecutive lay days, you know, you start those nerves kind of start working. I'm sure, you know, as you said, Ayrton and all of these guys and girls in the top contention there for the world title this year are definitely getting nervous and want to get this thing underway. And you know, we do have we have 8 men all in contention for the title here at Ho'okipa, and we have at least 3 girls in contention for the title. So really tight coming into this final event. Hopefully we get some wind very soon and we can get this thing underway and crown our champions here for 2012.
And again, if you're just joining us, it is a lay day today. We expect that to probably carry over into tomorrow as well. And again, anything can happen, as we heard from our head judge, Brad Price, a few days ago. But if forecasts hold true, it looks as if this Kona direction will probably stick around for the next day or so, probably forcing us into another few lay days here. But please stay tuned to our Facebook and Twitter accounts for all up-to-the-minute action. And again, please, as you're viewing this page, you look around the other options that you can do on the page. Go see the heat ladders. There's some pretty stacked heats right from the beginning.
For sure. Yeah.
Meet the riders if you haven't had a chance to read their profiles and figure out where they're from and what they're all about, and pretty much any other information regarding this event or the tour in general.
And you can actually see, just touching on the heat ladders there, there are some local wild cards going to be in this event. We have, I believe, 3 male wild cards and 2 female wild cards coming into this event here at Ho'okipa. So we are going to hold some heats. The first heats to go out will actually be those men's and women's wildcard heats. They're going to be really stacked heats in themselves, and those guys are going to then be seeded into the main round of competition against our tour riders. So really exciting stuff there. Those are going to be huge heats, just those wildcard heats, and can't wait to see what those guys bring with their local knowledge. Guys that ride out here at Ho'okipa and lanes all the time. It's going to be really exciting as soon as we get some wind.
It is, and we can't wait to get this thing underway, but today's not going to be that day. So until tomorrow morning for our next 9 a.m. update, I'm Ben Meyer.
And I'm Sky Solbach, and we will see you guys back here 9 a.m. tomorrow in Maui.